Welcome back. Teachers across St. Lucia are better equipped to deliver digital learning to students. The collaboration between the St. Vincent Community College, the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, and the government of Taiwan saw a digital education leadership program get underway here in St. Lucia.
The innovative use of digital tools and technologies during teaching and learning has been fast-tracked due to the onset of COVID-19. And with the possibility of students having to take a blended approach to learning, the need for digital learning is even greater. It is for this reason that some 45 teachers across primary and secondary schools were recently part of a digital education leadership program. The Teacher Education Department from St. Vincent's Community College played a critical role in the instruction. Dr. Harriet De Silva is the head of that department.
You do not have to be technologically skilled, as we saw today, but you need to understand who are the 21st century learners, and that teachers need to adapt their teaching to these learners and to the new classroom format. Remember, it is necessary to empower our teachers with good planning for digital education. We looked at the Bloom's digital taxonomy, and we also looked at the SAMR model, which we hope you would be able to use to stimulate that interest in the classroom. Therefore, as our principals and as the leaders in the schools, we must remember to develop plans to improve digital education.
The Sir Arthur Lewis Community College assisted with the face-to-face workshop. Principal Dr. Keith Nurse said that digital learning is quickly becoming the status quo.
We are shifting out of that emergency remote learning scenario into embedding digital education as a core element of the learning experience. This allows us to operate in market spaces and to address the concerns and needs of learners wherever they are. In fact, Dr. De Silva used the term whenever, wherever, and so forth. And so no longer are we restricted by the geographic boundaries of an island or two or a region. And it is in that spirit our e-learning academy has pivoted to offer services to people and professionals all around the world.
The program sought to describe learning analytics, help participants collect specific data, and apply that data to make more informed decisions. The Deputy Chief Education Officer DAWSON RAGUNANAN said the expectation is to create a culture of self-directed learners.
The demand now is to help the digital natives navigate through the natural course of educational fulfillment. So, school will never be the same. And so the knowledge and skills that have been attained here will help to create innovative, technological environments which will drive a thirst for new thinking. This is a call to rethink, to reflect, and revitalize our educational spaces, to develop a new culture of entrepreneurship and production. So this leadership requires social influence with new modalities of communication and critical thinking as we create citizens who are ready to be relevant in the 21st century.
Taiwan has played a critical role in helping St. Lucia deliver its ICT in education program. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
St. Lucia joins the rest of the world in celebrating World Breastfeeding Week, a global campaign which seeks to raise awareness and incite action on themes related to breastfeeding. This year's observance is being held under the theme Protect Breastfeeding, a Shared Responsibility. St. Lucia joins the Pan American Health Organization in focusing on the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes.
World Breastfeeding Week started in 1992 and is observed annually during the first week in August. The week has been aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals since 2016. This year, the World Alliance for Breastfeeding Action has selected the theme which aligns with the Sustainable Development Goal 2030 campaign and highlights the associations between breastfeeding and survival, health, and well-being of women, children, and nations. According to the chief nutritionist Lisa Hunt, the objectives include informing people about the importance of protecting breastfeeding, anchoring breastfeeding support as a vital public health responsibility, and galvanizing action on protecting breastfeeding to improve public health.
PAHO's observations for World Breastfeeding Week will primarily focus on the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes. This code was adopted by the World Health Assembly in 1981 to protect families from the infant formula industry's aggressive marketing tactics aimed at promoting breast milk substitutes, which was contributing to declining breastfeeding rates and increasing child morbidity and mortality. The aim of the code is to contribute to the provision of safe and adequate nutrition for infants by the protection and promotion of breastfeeding and by ensuring the proper use of breast milk substitutes when these are necessary on the basis of adequate information and through appropriate marketing and distribution.
Another focus is on the Baby-Friendly Hospital Initiative, which was launched in 1991 by PAHO and UNICEF and has helped to motivate facilities providing maternity and newborn services worldwide to better support breastfeeding. PAHO recommends that health facilities implement measures to protect, promote, and support breastfeeding starting in the period of antenatal care, up to when mothers and newborns are discharged.
Breastfeeding has many benefits, and therefore expectant and nursing mothers require special protection such as maternity protection to enable breastfeeding and empower parents to successfully breastfeed their infants. Therefore, WHO recommends that employers implement policies including paid maternity leave, flexible or reduced working hours for breastfeeding mothers, and a dedicated room for breastfeeding in the workplace that is private and hygienic. This will create a positive environment that will increase breastfeeding rates, which will have a positive impact on the health of our infants and the nation as a whole.
UNICEF and the WHO have called on governments, health workers, and the baby food industry to fully implement and abide by the requirements of the International Code of Marketing of Breast Milk Substitutes. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
An exhibition which has made its way across the Caribbean has finally landed in St. Lucia. Caribbean Ties, Our People Here and Now is being put on by the Anglican Parish with assistance by the St. Lucia Archaeological Society. The Ministry of Tourism spared no effort in supporting the cause, as according to the Permanent Secretary in the ministry, visitors are yearning for more meaningful experiences.
An exhibition which is being put on by the Anglican Parish is being sought after by locals and visitors alike. The exhibition, which is a showcase of all things Caribbean, shares the history of various Caribbean nations. For Anglican priest Christian Glasgow, the exhibition was a collaborative effort.
For us as the Anglican Church, it starts with our own looking at how we manage the church, and we have started this process of strategic management and developing a strategic plan for the parish. And part of this strategic plan has to do with finding partners to collaborate in furthering the mission of the church. And so today, this is one of those efforts in which you had collaboration that took into consideration the several ministries, tourism, culture, archaeological society, and others of like mind participating in this exhibition.
For the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Industries, the exhibition is a way to reach more people, particularly visitors, who are shifting away from the traditional sun, sand, and sea that the ministry is marketing to tourists. DONALYN VITTET is the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism.
One of the things we have noted over time is that for our cruise passengers, they normally come up Trinity Church Road and come into worship at the church and even just view the school and its surroundings and even the cemetery, because a lot of them come for religion, a lot of them stop at the cathedral as well. And so it was very important for us to partner with the parish in pulling this exhibition through. So what are we seeing there today is a celebration of all what we have as St. Lucian, as Caribbean people, what it was for us then and what it is for us now. And we go through Dominica, we go through all of the islands in the Caribbean and St. Lucia, and there is a feature on each of the islands and what it is that interconnects us as a people within the Caribbean.
VITTET hopes that more organizations would see value in rendering such exhibitions, as well as adorning their surroundings so others can learn of the history. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
Stay with us. There's more news after the break.